What's up, guys? My name is Jackson from J&J Gaming, and today we will be discussing Jedi Knight Luke's Kit. And I brought on a couple friends of mine. Kobe, say what's up, Kobe.
What up?
And I brought the other half of J&J, Josh, aka Epileptic Cabs. Say hi, Josh.
What's up?
So today, guys, Jedi Luke, we got his kit.
Woo!
Whoa, the long-awaited character. So, hi, Holotable Heroes. This is from our community manager, Crumb. From June 18th to June to the 25th, which is kind of dumb. They give us a 3-day notice. I don't like that. They did the same thing with Malik, and it's just dumb. But I like the setup. So you take on the Empire on Hoth, you defeat your greatest fears in Dagobah. I would love to see how that is. And then you face your final test against Vader on Cloud City to earn a 7-star Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker, which is great. The Journey Continues event for Jedi Knight Luke will take you through Luke's quest to become a Jedi Knight in Empire Strikes Back. So, looking at it, what do you guys think? Do you guys have any problems with the date? Do you guys have any? What are you guys' take so far?
The only thing I can maybe see wrong with, like just off of that card that they're showing on that post, is
Right.
that he doesn't have rebel synergy at all.
Right. So he's a light side. He's an attacker. He's got a leader, but he's Jedi. He has no rebel synergy whatsoever. No rebel tag. You would think he would have the rebel tag.
I mean, he's the rebel. Like, why wouldn't he have it?
Yeah, like a lot of these groups seem to be pretty screen accurate, and so if you remember from the original trilogy, that technically Luke was the only Jedi during it, and he was part of
Yeah,
the Rebel Alliance. So you
exactly.
would think he would have like synergy with like maybe Leia or Han Solo or Chewbacca or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
Exactly.
But the suggestion they have is Hermit Yoda, which makes sense because he's the one who trained him. You have General Kenobi, General Skywalker, and Grandmaster Yoda as the suggested synergies, which I find interesting. Now, here are the requirements. You have Commander Luke, which is his prior self. That makes sense. But the problem is, these are Relic 3, so this is completely endgame, Cavs, unfortunately. Josh, it's unfortunate for you as a newer
That's
player.
cool. I'll just watch everyone else get it.
Yeah. So, Kobe, as more experienced players, there's Commander Luke, which is fine. I'm fine with
Yeah,
that. Rebel
that
Officer
that one
Leia
makes sense.
Organa. That's interesting.
That one also makes sense.
It does make sense. Captain Han Solo. This made me cringe a little bit. Wampa. Bleh. Beginning of episode 5, it makes sense, but I don't know. That blows me away. Chewbacca, obviously. Darth Vader, obviously. C-3PO, duh. Lando Calrissian. That's one for that's something for you. And then finally Hermit Yoda, which makes sense. Now the issue is that nobody has Lando geared up, so this is gonna have people are gonna have to wail on Lando to get his gear up.
Yeah.
And then
The worst I that they put on that list is probably Rolo and Captain Han.
yeah, nobody
Maybe
uses
and
them.
Lando. Exactly. Nobody uses Lando either.
Exactly, but CG could have given us the Hoth Bros, and we would have had a relic of them.
Please no.
Exactly. And here's the issue I have too: is Hermit Yoda and Wampa are also guild event token currency. Well, so is Gas and Malik. Very end game characters. If you, I don't have either. I have Hermit Yoda at 5 stars, and I haven't even started farming on Wampa. But let's say you've got Gas now, or you just got Malik. If you're trying to get Jedi Luke, do you prioritize the meta characters, or do you go for these characters, Wampa and Hermit Yoda? Now they both have uses, but that takes priority away from General Anakin and Malik. I don't know.
Wampa, I know, has a Galactic Bounties tier, and so he won't be as bad to farm.
He's not, but Hermit
That's
Yoda
a
is
lot of
the
tokens.
yeah, but Hermit Yoda is the big one, and he's very useful though. Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Now you have a ship's phase, and it's required at 7 stars. Any capital ship, I like that. The Millennium
Me
Falcon,
too.
that's obvious. And then Wedge's X-Wing. Okay, fair enough. So the event will return in the future, so kind of like a 3-month period, and then it will later be added permanently to the journey guide approximately a year after release. So in about 1 year, they'll release it. So this is a sign that the game's not dying, which is great. That's wonderful to hear. All right, now let's go to the kit. Okay, so we talked about this. He's a light side, he's attacker, he's a leader, and he's Jedi. No rebel tag. Makes no sense. Now here are the highlights. He counters speed-based teams, so Cavs, Dooku. He could easily slow down Dooku, which would help you a lot.
Oh yeah, he's a pain.
With Kobe and I, Darth Revan, that would help out Jedi Knight Revan.
Jedi Revan.
Exactly. So he counters speed-based teams with his powerful leader ability, which we will get to. He grants massive buffs with 2 Jedi allies with Jedi's Will. Heroes Arise calls all Jedi allies to assist and provide them with health and protection recovery, which is awesome. So he has a stalwart Jedi hero of legend who ascends to victorious heights alongside his Jedi allies through the will of the Force. Pretty simple. Alright, basic ability, his Prevailing Strike. So, final text. Dispels all buffs, which is awesome. A buff dispel, Josh, is so nice. So, like, when people are taunting, you can get rid of the taunt, you can get rid of everything.
Especially on a basic.
As a basic ability is so nice. Ahsoka has it as well, so start farming her up, and Plo Koon has it as well. Deal physical damage to target enemy and reduce their critical damage by 10%, stacking, which is nice. Then Jedi Knight Luke gains 10% max protection, stacking 100% until the end of encounter. Until end of encounter. This ability cannot be countered, which is impressive. So on his basic, he's got a buff dispel, and he gains max protection, which is nice. Alright, so now we have special number 1. It's a 3-turn cooldown. It's called Stalwart Advance. So deal physical damage to target enemy and call other target ally to assist. So basically, Cavs, like how Ezra calls people to assist, that's what this will do.
Okay. Now is it like Hera's where she just calls one person, or is it where he attacks as well?
So
He attacks as well with Ezra.
so it's basically like Ezra's call to assist. He'll call somebody first and then he'll attack. That's how it is.
Okay, cool.
So he'll deal physical damage to target enemy and then he'll call somebody else to assist. The target enemy is inflicted with blind for 2 turns. So basically, blind is you won't get any damage done.
They automatically miss their next
Exactly, they automatically miss. So with Galactic Legends, they'll miss, especially with Kylo and Rey. All these teams can miss, and that's huge.
And I bet if you time it right, if you put that on Rey, she'll miss her giant whirlwind.
The whirlwind,
and
that exactly, and you can survive longer. So now they're inflicted with blind. Now Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker gains Jedi's Will, which is a permanent buff. for 2 turns, which cannot be dispelled, copied, or prevented. If other target ally is a Jedi who is not Old Republic, and that's huge, they will also gain Jedi's Will for 2 turns. So, Cabs, one of the biggest teams is Jedi Knight Revan, which consists of Old Republic Jedi. And so, what CG is suggesting is go away, keep the Jedi Knight Revan team, but try to use some other Jedi as well.
Mm-hmm. They're basically keeping Jedi Knight Revan and old meta from getting back to the top.
Exactly. So, Jedi's Will, if you have this, so Ezra could have this, Kanan, your early Jedi, Ahsoka could have this. You gain 100% counter chance, so you're always going to counter. Your offense goes up by 25%, and your speed goes up by 25%. And all attacks ignore damage, so you're going to hit really, really hard. Now, Hermit Yoda gives out this thing called Master's Training, which is very similar to Jedi's Will. And if you put that on General Anakin, holy crap, he's going to hit hard. I'm excited to see what Anakin can do with that.
I think with Jedi's Will and then Master's Training, you'll get, I think, probably, if I remember right, at 75% offense with between the two.
That's insane.
So you're basically doubling his offense, and you're ignoring defense.
Exactly. And the way how you can get a high relic Ezra, he can hit hard, and he stacks offense as well, which helps.
Gross.
It's just disgusting. And with General Anakin, oh boy. Now, special number 2 is Repulse. It's cooldown of 5. It's this cool force push thing. I like this a lot. So, he will inflict stun for 1 turn and vulnerable for 2 turns. So, vulnerable is a guaranteed critical hit, which is nice. And he stuns the whole team, which is so nice.
Do you know how Dooku on his basic he can stun sometimes?
Yeah.
Imagine that for the whole team on
nice.
One attack.
The whole team.
Right,
Palpatine can do the same thing if he's lucky.
Yeah, it's stun roulette.
Oh, it's so nice when he can. So until the end of encounter, all enemies lose 10% max health and protection, stacking max 50%. That's huge.
Again, another Galactic Legend counter since they have such high speed.
They have, and
pools.
if you could put, you can put General Anakin as well. They lose max health every time he hits, so this is awesome. So when he does this on raid bosses, he just does it 3 times over and vulnerable for 2 times, and this attack ability cannot be evaded or resisted. That's awesome. That is awesome. And this is a 2 Zeta character. Not bad at all. That's pretty good. Better than... Oh, that's better. So, his first unique is a Zeta, Jedi Knight's Resolve. Each time Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker is damaged, he gains 5% turn meter and offense, stacking max 25%, until he uses Prevailing Strike, which is his basic. When he attacks out of turn or is critically hit, he gains 2 speed, max 20. So he'll gain 20 speed until the end of the encounter, which is awesome. That's pretty great. At the end of each Jedi ally's turn, excluding Old Republic Jedi, he gains 10% turn meter. So he's just going to keep going and going and going, which is nice. That's just something that he needs to be doing, is going as often as he can. And he's also immune to stun and fear. So basically, he cannot be stunned. And with Darth Revan's Insanity and Basilisk Fears, he can't be feared. So he can keep going and going, which is... it's great. So here's his second Zeta, Return of the Jedi. And this, Kobe, I'm interested, and I want to get your take on this. So, All allies have 15% critical chance and damage, doubled for Jedi allies. So his whole kit's based on basically Galactic Republic Jedi, or Kanan and Ezra. At
And
the
Old Ben, maybe.
Old Ben as well. At the start of each of Jedi Knight Luke's turns, all enemies are reduced to his base speed until end of encounter. So when I read this, this is just insane how the speed just gets manipulated after their speed is set. This leader ability does not affect raid bosses and does not activate if the enemy is also a similar ability or in Galactic Legends. So Galactic Legends are fine. In mirror matches, Luke will not slow you down. But dude, like this is something else.
This completely nerfs the Darth Revan Bastila Fallen meta. This completely nerfs the fast Rex meta with gas and fast Revan everything. Like, it's insane.
And like this character needed to be super powerful, and I think this Zeta, this just should be the first thing you slap on this guy,
Oh, definitely.
because the speed manipulation, nobody has that. And so I would love to see how this would work. And ultimately, well, first off, how would you mod Luke? Probably offense. Do you want him to be the slowest character? Because people are going to take their turns, but when he goes, everybody slows down, and it's like, okay, now it's my turn. So
Yeah,
this
you
this
definitely want him slow.
this is amazing right here. And so at the start of encounter, all Jedi allies, excluding the Old Republic, are granted Heroes Arise. And so this Heroes Arise is basically like Jedi Knight Revan's strategic advantage. So they cleanse themselves, and they call all Jedi allies to assist, dealing 20% less damage. So it's a mass assist. All Jedi allies, excluding Old Republic Jedi, recover 25% protection and health, which is amazing, and gain
That's
Jedi's will.
bonkers.
That's amazing. That's insane. Then Jedi Luke is granted 100% turn meter, so he's going to go again. This ability is shared on cooldown between allies who have Heroes Arise and is immune to cooldown manipulation. Wow. So gas critically hitting him, it's not going to matter. I mean, he's a pretty insane character.
Overall, I think he could be the Galactic Legend counter we're looking for, but not in the way people think.
Right. So,
As in, like, he has the capability in his abilities and stuff to counter them, but he won't be
yes.
the single character that takes them down.
Right. And so, Josh, what's your take on Jedi Knight Luke?
I think it's gonna be a shock to some people. Other people get him before they get him, and they team Raven against that, and then they just get ultimately stomped, thinking they have the best team when someone gets that before. So I think whoever gets it first is gonna have a bit of an advantage against everyone. Take up the leaderboards.
Oh yeah, he's definitely going to shake up Arena, Squad Arena, Grand Arena as well. Because how are you going to counter him? You're either going to have to mirror, or you're going to have to uh, use Galactic Legends, and those are the paywalliest of paywalls right there. But
Yeah, I
thank
think
you.
some of
Yeah,
these.
keep going.
I was just gonna say, I think some of these top like tiered players that like put so much money into this game that might be brought down the leaderboard. I don't know how they're gonna take that though. If like some no name person that's decent at the game, Jedi Knight Luke, and ends up taking him down off the boards, and like they've spent all this money, and then all of a sudden they're just down the leaderboards now.
Exactly. And Kobe, you told me in one of the servers that we're in, you said you had a person who has spent a lot of money in this game get upset about this because, oh, I can't spend money on Hermit Yoda or I can't do this anymore.
Because
Uh,
he's a newer quote unquote player.
oh,
He
okay.
hasn't had enough time, or he's had enough time. He hasn't chosen to farm Wampa and Hoda.
Right.
So he's gone.
But
He's already maxed Malik and Gas.
yeah, and that's the thing too, is like who do you go after? Because you have this good character that's honestly better than both. Do you go after Hermit Yoda? Do you go after Wampa? Or do you go after General Anakin or Malik? I mean, there's some big decisions. But I mean, overall, I think Jedi Knight Luke is a really good character this game needs. He definitely could have been a galactic legend, but CG just doesn't want to. Uh,
They don't want their current current
exactly,
toys to
exactly,
get
because
taken down so early.
exactly that's. Um, but let me know what you guys think down below. Is Jedi Knight Luke a pretty good character? Is he good the way he is, or is he? Could they have made him better? And also, what do you guys think about the Rebel tag not being there? I think that's a mistake, honestly. I don't like that.
Yeah, it's definitely not. I'm not gonna say not okay, but it's not ideal.
Right. Cavs, any last words before we head out?
No, I think I'm good. I learned a lot.
Alrighty. Well, Kobe and Josh, aka Epic Cavs, thank you guys for hopping on this video with me.
Yeah, man, no problem.
And thank you guys for taking the time to watch it. If you do like it, yeah. If you do enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel out. Yes, it does. And leave a comment down below. What are your thoughts about Jedi Knight Luke? Is he a good character? Could they boost him up? But that's gonna do it for me, and I'll see you guys in the next one.